walking up here. Alright, here is everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Man, every time I see Morgan do stand up, it reminds me of the Make-A-Wish kids. He just didn't quite make it to the wish and shit, you know. Anyways, my name is Iz. I was born and raised in East Lubbock back in the 90s, back when we had real street gangs. So, you know, I've seen people stab people, shoot people, beat people's ass for the Jordans, and that was just my grandma. Damn. You know what I'm saying? She was a fucking gangster. I never asked my mom for new Jordans again. I was like, fuck that shit. But now, you know, growing up over there was crazy, man. Like I said, you know, it was buck wild back in the 90s. It's always wondered why we got so crazy in Lubbock. So I asked the OGs, I said, man, when did we get all these gangs? And so they told me in the 80s we used to have biker gangs. But then around late 80s, a movie came out called Colors. And when that motherfucker came to Lubbock, every teenager wanted to be a street gang. So all these motherfuckers, I guess, they got together and they all decided what side of town they were gonna be. You gonna be the Crips, you gonna be the Bloods, you gonna be the Thresses. Then I'm assuming they put their hands in. They're like, ready, on 3, 1, 2, 3, go. And then they just started banging that shit. That's how I'm assuming it happened. I was like 10 years old, so. But that shit was crazy, man. You know, seeing all them crazy ass gangs and shit, all the fucking crazy shit I went through. But even though it was all crazy, I actually wanted to be a gangbanger. Everybody in my family was gangbanging, so when I was 10, I wanted to be a gangbanger just like everybody else. So I used to ask my cousins, I used to be like, yo, can I audition for you guys? And they were like, you little gay motherfucker, you can't, like, that's not how you ask to be a gangbanger. I was like, oh, they were like, you shouldn't even try. But I did remember thinking too, though, I'm kind of lucky that movie Colors is the one that inspired gangs. Because imagine if it had been fucking West Side Story. You know what I'm saying? I'd be a whole different person in front of y'all right now and shit. I'd be like, my name is Iz. I'd have been gang banging. My bad. Anyways. I don't know how many of y'all from Lubbock, but this whole part of town used to actually be one of the worst parts of Lubbock. We called it Tech Ghetto. All the murders, all that shit was all right here. Once again, that's my grandma, but it was all right here. Until they came through and the developer fucking took it all away and did that gentrification, which is good. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of a lot of the gangs and shit, pushed them closer to my house. So, but it kind of fixed things, you know what I'm saying, to make it better. But even though everything's better now, it kind of makes you think, now that I'm older, Lubbock doesn't respect its veterans. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably don't understand. But think about how many gangbangers fought on those blocks. You know what I'm saying? And nobody respects the street soldiers. So it got me thinking. I was like, you know what we should do in Lubbock? We should do like those civil rights, or what is it, Civil War fucking reenactments. We should do gang reenactments over here in this fucking hood. So we should have a festival where people can come and pay to have the gang experience.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So when you come through, you get a block. You know what I'm saying? So whatever block you are, you're either a Crip, a Blood, a Thresh, or whatever, you know? And then you and your family and your kids go through and you experience the gang life. You know what I'm saying? I will have little areas where the kids can get their, like little girls can get their eyebrows shaved off and penciled on. Little boys can get the neck tattoos and shit, you know what I'm saying? We'll have little plaques be like, this is where the battle of La Loca versus Chola was. And then we'll have reenactors, you know, wearing the clothes with guns and shit. And they'll be shooting at each other and shit while the little kids on the scooters and shit. They're like, oh, falling off. And then, the climax of this whole situation would be you line up at the end, right? When you're about to leave, everybody circles you and beats your ass. They just fuck you up. So you're officially clicked in. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be good. Everyone get clicked in. But one last thing, man, I get up off of this. When I was a kid, like I said, I wanted to be a gangbanger so bad, man. So when I was about 12 years old, finally got my chance. You know what I'm saying? My family was like, we're gonna click you in. And so I didn't know how to fight. I'm being honest, I didn't know how to fight. The only fighting I knew was from fucking 80s action movies. So my mom loved fucking John Claude Van Damme, so I grew up on Bloodsport. If you've ever seen a Van Damme movie, he's a good fighter, but then that motherfucker gets fucked up, and then he becomes a better fighter, right? So I learned how to fight like that. So when it was my time, everybody circled up, my grandma included, and they were like, we about to get you. So I was like, all right, what's up? They were like, 3, 2, 1. Right before they got me, I dropped down, grabbed some dirt, threw that shit in my eyes. Psh, I was blind as shit. It didn't make me better, they fucked me up. They fucked me up, man. After that, like, you were too stupid to be a fucking gangbanger. They were like, go to school. I appreciate y'all, man. My name is Iz. That's my time, baby. Thank you.